It's remarkable how many kids in a number of countries are not turning up to school anymore. The social contract that had existed has been broken in many places, and that is in part the results of COVID, but I think it's also issues that were percolating long before COVID.
What science is showing is that kids that have a strong sense of belonging and backing and understanding of self as someone who is a learner and someone who can succeed are the ones who can then win.
When we started brainstorming, one of the things all of us resonated on was this detachment of kids from their schools. And at first, we thought about giving youth a voice. So for quite a while, our project was Project Voice.
As time went on, we realized that probably the people that help them even express themselves are basically their teachers. So now the project moved to giving their teachers and their parents and their guardians, the tools on how to understand how these kids try to express themselves. That's why the name moved from Project Voice to Building Belonging Project.
We wanted something that was shareable, usable, doable, replicable. The sort of anchor piece to the project is this 10-minute video, which is a combination of students and experts and teachers talking about why this matters. They get into the neurobiology of why belonging matters. They get into the research on teacher practice, on why this matters. Students really talk about how it's impacted them themselves. But we felt that video was a very powerful way to make our case concisely and quickly, and in a way that very time-strapped teachers can digest. And then we've, in addition to that, created resources that we've put on a website that we've created, which is buildingbelonging.org.
We created lesson plans for 5, 15 and 45 minutes, depending on how much time they have. If they were raising awareness and understanding of the science of belonging, and also providing some practical tools for teachers to start that work in their classroom straight away. So one of the classroom resources that we've developed is This Sticks to Me. The brilliant Juana Negru within our group, who's our research specialist, managed to take all of that evidence around belonging and affinity and voice and translate that into this lesson plan that teachers can use throughout the day.
The science beneath our Building Belonging project relies on research focusing first on social belonging and bringing this concept of social belonging closer to school. For people working in the system, sometimes the fact that they offer them very practical tools, they have a smart board, they have their tablets, they have an app that the school uses or whatever, they have Google Classroom where they can interact. These practicalities mean that they offer school belonging. And from my perspective, sometimes the emotional dimension of kids feeling that they belong in school is always lost. Moving this space just 1 centimeter over this line of practical problems to emotional and cognitive problems, I think it's something that we need to look at.
This idea of belonging in middle school is, for me, directly correlated to the future of our systems of democracy and of international relations and of international collaboration, because if we want to build a world in which every person can participate and be a part of a democratic culture, every kid in middle school has to feel like they belong and they can develop their voice, because otherwise they're not going to grow up into someone who feels like they have power and they have agency and they can shape the future of our world.
We hope that library may well grow over the next coming years, and we can maybe continue to get this message out in as many different ways as possible, and people want to learn about the science of belonging, and there are multiple angles at various levels of kind of breadth and depth for them to kind of learn more about it. The ability to be able to see this problem from different perspectives it's just unlike anything that I've had before. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm very confident that we'll stay in very close contact even after the kind of official end of the summit.